Shalom. Once again, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS, all your brothers in the four corners of the earth that pushing the truth in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. This is Brother Isaiah coming back to you with a quick lesson to feed 144,000 chosen men, women, and children make up the 1/3. You know, just looking at Jake and looking at this wicked ass place, you know, and people are laughing and they get mirth, you know, and they look at us actually as men of the Lord and they say we always serious, you know, but what is there to be happy about in this place? Beside this truth and beside this place going down, there's nothing, you know. Yes, you'll be happy around your family to see them, to make it back home, you know, but even to that, you know, you go home, you can't even enjoy your family, you know. You go to take some rest, and as you shut your eyes like this, it's time to wake up, you know, to go to work again, you know, like I'm doing right now, heading to the plantation, you in some long ass traffic. You know, it's just one thing over and over in this bitch ass place, man. You know, so what is there to be happy about? What is there to smile about? What? Some new honey or some woman? You know, a new job? You know, a better paying job? Ain't nothing to be happy about in this place, man. Right? We supposed to be mourning. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. So I'm going to start off with this precept, Ecclesiasticus chapter 21 and 20. He say, a fool lift up his voice with laughter, but a wise man do scarce smile a little. You know, it's not much to smile about. There ain't nothing really to smile about in this place. Ain't nothing to be happy about. You know, yes, we get around the brethren, you know, we laugh, you know, when we talk about the destruction of this place, you know, you go, you take some yan to what how bashimi outside that the Lord, you know, told us to drink a little bit wine, you know, because technically, bro, I telling you the truth, without wine, you know, alcohol, you know, which is not even there's a next thing too. You know, it's not 100% alcohol, natural alcohol that we be drinking. You know, it's poison. You know, really and truly, there's nothing to be celebrated in this place, man. Nothing. You know. Now I want to go to Proverbs chapter 14 and 13. Right? And this is going to confirm what I'm saying. You see, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful. Yeah, you may see we laughing or what, but hey, brothers have problems. You know, we want this bitch ass place to go down. You understand? We sick of this place, man. It's oppressing us. It's oppressing our people. To look at our people in this state of mind that they're in, it's terrible, man. It's ridiculous. Right, and as the scripture say, this is the worst captivity we ever been in. But we at the end. We at the end. You see, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. Now hear what it said in the NLT. You see, laughter can conceal a heavy heart, but when the laughter ends, the grief remains. That's how it is. You know, you laugh, you think with a brother, as you click the phone off, you're going back in the heavy spirit. You know, like the scripture say, depart from this place, it's not your rest. You know, and two just trying for prolong in this bitch ass place. For what reason, I don't know. You know, all we need right now is the MOTB to become mandatory, you know, really fast, and we get the fuck out of this place, man. You know, forgive my French this early, you know, but shit, we need to get out of this place, bro. Now, This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7. And let me see, I want to read from 2. You see, better to spend time at a funeral than at parties. And guess what, man? We are at the funeral right now. What funeral? We are at the funeral of America. We are at the ceremony of America right now. You understand? The death and destruction of America. You know, it have all these priests proclaiming the downfall. Why it going to fall? Why the system going to fall? It's a funeral right now. And really and truly, there's no laughter in the funeral. There's sadness. You see? And a ceremony is carrying on right now. Which is all these camps, you know, in the different 4 corners of the earth, you know, chiefly in Babylon, you know, proclaiming the destruction of this place, man. You understand? So it really and truly, it's a funeral right now. Is the burial of America we actually going through right now. Right? We proclaiming it, we prophesying again it, and technically we already see it in the spirit that America is done. Babylon, aka America. Right? It say, after all, everyone die, so the living should take this to heart. You know, now this going to, you know, back to basically, you know, we shouldn't celebrate over a man dying, you know, because we all die. But, you know, just on the topic that we're talking about, you know, the house of the mourning is better, you know, because hey, the scripture talk about what the men that sighing and crying, right, which is what the elect men sighing and crying for the abomination of Israel, right? It says sorrow is better than laughter. Sorrow is better than laughter. Because there is nothing to be celebrating in this place. You see, for sadness had refining influence on us. Right? A wise person think a lot about death. A wise person, because really and truly is death in this place. You understand? The MOTB, what you think it's bringing in? Death. Death and destruction. The Lord is releasing these death angel in this place. I watching the news, you seeing that people committing suicide left, right, and center. You understand? People, because of the economy, you know, people killing the children, killing their wife, killing the entire family, then just delete yourself. This is what's going on. I see people, you know, they celebrate themselves to go back to jail, because in the lockups they having what, 3 square meal, a bed to sleep on, and no bills. And men are comfortable with that. So you understand how dead this place is? And they call that freedom. Man, the things that the men of the Lord go through, if these two would really and truly go through it and still maintain themselves, you know, like we do, they're gonna commit suicide. But the Spirit of the Lord is on the men of the Lord, so that we could bear this burden. Right? You see, a wise person thinketh a lot about death, while a fool think only of having a good time. That is all a fool does do. And really and truly, the scriptures say that the wicked is never at ease, man. The wicked is never at ease. Because to get money, to live a good life in this society, you gotta bend backwards, man. You gotta bend over. You understand? You gotta suck rod. You gotta drink blood. You gotta do so much fucking craziness to survive in this place, man. That's why the Lord said, pray the prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. Man, there's some situation I be in sometime. I don't know how I just get out, bro. But the Lord make it happen. And I know other brother could testify about it. You know? I had people that you think that they love you. They turn their back on you. They curse you out. Wishing that you fall. You understand? Waiting to see the downfall of you, man. But the Lord keep what? The Lord keeps sustaining the men of the Lord, man. You know? I tell you, I was in a situation so much that I could have even blessed other brothers. You know? And you never, you don't know where you're getting things from, but the Lord just making it happen. You look back at how you make it through the week. And that's why the Lord say, man, don't worry about but no food and laying up things for tomorrow, man. He said, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna look after you. You understand? This place is true, man. You know, look at these prophecies is coming to pass rapidly. Jacob trouble, it's turning up. And a wise man would what? He would study about death, because what? Why he would study about that? Not to say you're worrying about, oh, if I'm gonna die or whatever, but in other words, you're preparing yourself. You be like the ant. You prepare yourself. It's only a fool wouldn't prepare himself. And when I say prepare, I say, I'm not telling you, but we're storing food up and all of these things. We're grabbing wisdom. We're gathering knowledge and understanding. Listening to hear what the Lord is saying to us. Watching to see the time that we in. Because if you know what time you in, guess what? You could prepare for the time. But a fool, he don't have no time with what time he in. All niggas know, hey, you know what? I got a little money. I'm gonna party. I'm gonna fuck some whores or do whatever you know, whatever make the flesh feel good. But guess what? The flesh is about to suffer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get an next precept on that, man. Oh, this is a beautiful precept. 2 Ezra chapter 14 and 14, it says, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burden of men. Put off now the weak nature. You know? Hey, let me go farming. It's nothing with farming or whatever is it. Right? There's nothing going to work or whatever is it, but it's a problem doing these things and forgetting the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, forgetting the time that the scripture say, prepare ye for the battle. What battle? There's a battle coming. It's called Jacob trouble. Jacob trouble is not gonna be any laughter, man. It ain't gonna be no. Oh, you know. Yes, we're gonna celebrate. Let us go back, friend. No, ain't gonna be nothing like that, bro. Ain't gonna be nothing like that. Right? They're gonna be siege eaters. You know, people gonna be looking for food. Your neighbor, who you thinking, will you sit and drink that bottle of yan with? You know, gonna be literally looking to take your life. The scripture said that there the Lord is darkness, and even very darkness. So what you think? It gonna be easy? It ain't gonna be no easy, bro. It's only the men of the Lord is gonna be protected. And even them are gonna have to go through what they have to go through too. Because what? The scripture say what? We have to go through the fire. The Lord is bringing us through the fire to purify us. Now that is only right because you going through the fire, right? And see what's going on. We're gonna see the judgment that the Lord is bringing on 2/3 of these people that refuse to listen to us. that refuse to hear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Will we eat? Of course we will eat. The Lord says He's going to provide for us. We're going to drink? Yes, of course. The scripture tells us all that. My prophet, they shall eat and they shall drink, they shall have abundance. You know, our soul is going to be okay. Right? So we need not to worry. We need not to worry about, you know, the destruction that is coming. We just got to go through it to watch through. And there is where we're going to get a good laugh. You know, they have a saying, who laugh last, laugh the best. Going on a little more, I say, and set aside the thoughts that are more heavy unto thee. And here's thee to flee from these time. What time? The time is coming. Look at this. For yet greater evil than those which thou have seen, even shall be done hereafter. So there's greater evil is coming. This ain't no play. This is not no play, man. Greater evil is coming. And it's coming hard. And the Lord is not playing. The scripture say when the calamity come upon these people, we will watch them and we would laugh. We're going to have a good laugh, man. You know? We're going to have a good laugh, man. Alright, so let me see. Okay, good. Going back to Ecclesiastes 7, still in some traffic, heading to work, on daily routine. Sick, man. Alright, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do to get a daily bread, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 5, it say, better to be criticized by the wise person than to be praised by fools. You know? Let the righteous smite me. It is better for you to be smitten by the righteous. You understand? Than to be praised by fools. Hey, let us go party. Let us go drink. You know, let us go smoke a piece of weed. Let us go do some hookah. You know? Hey, don't worry with no preaching today. Fuck that. Let us go do something. No, fuck you, nigga. You understand? Hey, we have work today. No. I know it have work. We gotta work, but if you could work, you have men that know that they could go and do the works, but they choose to stay and work. You understand? Not only that they choose to stay and work. I mean, hey, you gotta work. It's Babylon. Don't get me wrong. You know, but I know that there's men that literally, and I'm speaking from experience here, man. Things that I've saw. Brothers did. You understand? And most of them, they're not with us today. Have the opportunity to go preach the gospel, but they prefer what? To go in a party. They prefer to hang out with a tutor. You see? They don't want, they're not doing videos. You know, hey, listen. Y'all gonna learn soon, man. You know, the Lord is gonna turn the heat up on y'all. Y'all wanna, you know what they say, fuck around and find out? Yeah, a lot of you Jake is about to find out, man. A lot of you Jake is gonna find out soon. Right? Hold on, give me 1 minute. The traffic kind of moving a little bit now. You know? You see, a fool laughter is quickly gone, like thorns cracking in a fire. This also is meaningless. You know, you making joke, you laughing with tutor, you know. But guess what? They're really not happy. You know, they just do it. I learned that Jake would do anything just for a little bit of pleasure. for a little bit of pleasure. You know, and that's because what? They have no discipline. They have no discipline whatsoever, none. So they look at you now. You're going to preach today? Yes, I'm going to preach today. You fed up preaching? You fed up doing this? No, how could I fed up going to something? Do you fed up going to the bar? Do you fed up hanging out with 2/3? No, that's where you find your joy. Guess what? I find my joy at preaching and teaching this word. At doing lessons, studying. You always studying. Yes, I have to study. I have to put in the work. Right? I have to put in the work. It seems like there's not a reward now for y'all watching me, that you know we may not have a reward now, but there's a great reward is coming. You understand? And I could see it, we could feel it. You brothers, you know you could feel it. You know? Because these prophecies, they're not prolonging anymore. They're not prolonging, but these prophecies are speaking. And that is what makes me even push harder. You know? So yeah, man, hey. I'm gonna shut it off now because, you know, the traffic's starting to move. And I make the point. You know, a wise man do scarcely smile. There's nothing to smile about. As the scriptures say, depart from this place, it's not your rest, for it will surely destroy you with a sword destruction. Right? Someone lock you up and, you know, throw the keys away, and you smiling and being happy? No fucking way, bro. You'll be seeking a way out. And the way out is through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, studying, pleasing the Lord, hoping that He's going to deliver you. That's why we call it what? The hopefully let. Right? Hoping that you be one of those men that the Lord will come and deliver, man. Right? So that's the bottom line, man. We're going to continue to do what we're doing to the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We're not going to laugh with you, Jake. I personally don't fucking laugh with you 2/3, bro. You all are wicked to fuck. Right? And the Most High gonna destroy your monkey ass. Nevertheless, with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS, all you brothers in the four corners of the earth that pushing the truth in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.